everyone, how are we today? Just doing a bonus all signs reading today. We're going to be looking at the person on your mind, okay? The love interest in your energy. All right, I did do a love reading just the other day, but it didn't actually pick up actual people as much. So I wanted to just do a bit of a bonus reading specifying the person, okay, so we can get a little bit more detail for you there. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate that, of course. Thank you all so much. Today I'm using the Whispers of Love Oracle, and I have here the Signs of Fate Lenormand as well. Okay, so we'll use that to clarify. Timestamps will be in the description box as always. And we're going to actually start today with Libra and work our way back on through. Okay, so Libra, what does Libra need to know in regard to the person on their mind? Libra and the person on your mind. What's going on in this connection for Libra and their person, please? And another card for the future of this connection, please, where we're going. Okay, so what we see going on currently in this connection, looking to your inner strength, Libra. Okay, you're stronger than you realize. So there may be a reason that you're needing to both be quite strong at the moment and focus on your inner work. The future energy here is love is all around. Love is all around you, okay? There's love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this as truth. So we do see it moving in a, I would say that looks like a better direction than the inward focus, but obviously needing to focus inward a little bit here on our own inner strength. We may just sort of be going through something, whether that's you or your person. So it's just a time to be strong and supportive of each other in this connection. Libra and the person on your mind. Libra and the person on your mind. What does Libra need to know in regard to the person on your mind? Yeah, healing and growth at the moment, Libra. We do see that tree coming through first. Some of you may be dealing with a Virgo, or you yourself may be sort of on the cusp there as well. But that is just taking care of oneself, that healing and growth and finding that inner maturity. So the need to be, strong to bend with the breeze but not break. So once again, quite a lot of you are maybe going through some stuff at the moment. We do see that followed up here by the garden. Okay, so we will sort of get back into a more meeting each other in the middle kind of energy here. The garden is a very social card, so we may actually have a meeting or a date or an event together taking place between the two of you here, but we do see us moving into that heart energy, that love is all around energy, that there is a lot of love to be shared in this connection, and we are moving into more of a it's kind of a social energy where we can actually, sit down and talk about the fact that, we've just been focusing on ourselves. We've been having to support each other, but now we can just focus on the love. All right. So I do feel as though we are sort of going through that shift at the moment, Libra, moving towards, just more of that happy kind of love, romantic kind of energy. Some of you may be going on a date with this person or attending an event or something along those lines with this person in the near future here. It may just be referring to, spending time together over Christmas. As we all know, quite a lot of people taking time together over Christmas and that sort of thing. But that's what we have for you. You're more welcome to, more than welcome to check your other placements or your person's placements there as well. And we will move on over to our Scorpios. Okay. Scorpio, what does Scorpio need to know right now in regard to the person on your mind? Scorpio and the person on your mind, please. Okay, and the near future of this connection for our Scorpios. We do have I love you at the bottom of the deck. That is the title. As you can see, that's the back of the cards. The main bulk of the energy for this deck is the I love you energy. So some strong love energy here, Scorpio, one way or another. The person on your mind, current energy, we have listen with your heart. It gives me that song, listen to your heart when it's calling for you. You're listening, but you need to hear with a loving heart. Okay, so it's kind of talking about active listening a little bit more. So you may actually, you're listening to the words that are being spoken. You're having these conversations with this person, but you're not listening through the lens of, love. Okay, for some of you, I am picking up that for some of you, there may not even be words being spoken, but you're listening and you're waiting to hear those words kind of thing, but you're not actually listening with your heart, and trusting that those words are there, even if they're not being spoken out loud. So it's talking about senses and opening up your senses a little bit more here. So whether that's your sixth sense, so to speak, your intuition, or some of you maybe, hear, like, especially with me, bursting into song there, you may be, communicating a lot through song, with this person, through music and hearing certain songs. You may be actually like having certain sense that, it's kind of like trying to tell you something. There's messages coming through that are trying to, be heard, but you're kind of not paying attention, to be honest, Scorpio. We'll see if we can get to that in a bit deeper in a second. The future energy here, we have true love. The true love card, this love is once in a lifetime. Okay, so we are moving forward into, this is a very protected, destined kind of connection, very strong love connection between you and this person. So it is important to actually trust your heart a little bit more when it comes to this connection. Scorpio, what does Scorpio need to know in regard to the person on their mind? Scorpio, the person on your mind, please. And for some of you, I'm picking up a couple of you here, you maybe haven't actually like started a love connection with this person, and you're just sort of wanting that, or something along those lines. It's talking about the potential. For those of you where this is not actually your person, and it's just the person that you're thinking of, we're looking at the potential between you and this person. Okay, we do have on the bottom of the deck there the lily. So there is definitely a long-term true love kind of connection here, as I'm kind of wanting to say, as long as we open ourselves up to that. The first card we have here is the child. Okay, followed by the garden. And then we have the rider coming in strong at the end there. So, the child kind of lets us know that this is just the beginning. This is just the start of the adventure with this person, Scorpio. This is just the beginning. Especially with the garden here. Some of you maybe are only just sort of meeting this person through friends, or spending time together in social settings, or getting out and about in public kind of thing. For some of you, definitely this person coming towards you with, let's go on a date kind of energy, but it's more so adventure type dates, okay? It's not just meeting up for coffee. It's kind of, let's go and do something. Let's go on an adventure. Let's start this adventure together, because we do see with the child here a lot of playful, fun kind of energy, very light-hearted kind of energy, just trying to, enjoy the moment with this person, and we do see that meeting taking place here with the garden, which definitely could be a date for some of you. This is my date card, but it could also just be, that chance meeting, running into someone in the street, or your chance meeting someone through friends and things like that as well. But we do see that, good news, it's on the way. That meeting is on the way. I do feel as though that rider kind of lets us know that this is happening sooner than you think, kind of thing, that this is happening very quickly. That is a pretty fast-paced energy there, and it comes in quick, like knight in shining armor kind of energy there as well. So that's why I do feel that for a lot of you, this is knight in shining armor. I want to take you out on a date and spoil you and take you on this adventure of a lifetime kind of thing, Scorpio. So quite interesting. We do see that there is a lot of potential between you and that person. So definitely keep an eye on that situation, Scorpio. There's it could be one of those forever situations, all right? So that's what we have for you. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. We'll cross-watch the person's sign as well. And we will move on over to our Sagittarius. Okay. Sagittarius and the person on your mind. Sagittarius and the person on your mind. And the future of the connection for Sagittarius with the person on their mind. Okay, so the present energy we see here is treasure your loved ones. I kind of want to say too, like hold the love safe. You can kind of see that this is like the hands coming up around and protecting this feminine energy. So it's kind of like holding someone safe. And it does say it is important to love others deeply, to treasure your loved ones, to like hold their heart in your hands and really treasure that and pay it the respect that it deserves, Sagittarius. So I'm kind of hearing the phrase, don't be dismissive of someone needing your reassurance, needing that, to know that you treasure them and that you do appreciate them deeply, that kind of thing coming through, to feel safe and protected with you, with their feelings being open to you. The future energy we have is love who you are. You are divine, delightful, and deserving of the wonderful things life has to offer. Okay, so it's kind of telling you here that the more that you show this person that you want to protect this connection with them, and that you want to show them how much you love and treasure them, the more that they'll be able to do that for you in return and help you, heal, I think, here with the self-worth kind of stuff, because there does seem to be some stuff going on here, with your feelings of deservedness, I suppose, worthiness, is how to kind of look at that. A very common misconception. This is something, it's telling me to talk about this. Something that I've been speaking about with one of my friends recently is, you often hear people say things along the lines of, oh, you've got to love yourself before you can love anybody else. Oh, you can't love without loving yourself first. You've got to love you. Which is kind of a little bit untrue there, because, there's certain stuff that can only be healed through relationships. There's I can't remember the name of the woman, but she's a very, it's like a psychologist type person that gets around on Facebook and whatnot. And she talks about you cannot heal relationship trauma when you're not in a relationship. So there's just something about that coming through for you here, because it's kind of like you feel as though pressured to, you've got to heal yourself, you've got to love yourself, and that you've got to do all this work for it. But I feel like for you here, there is this aspect of give and take with this person, that they can actually help you heal, and you can actually help them feel, what they desire to feel through the relationship. And you're kind of like healing each other's traumas along the way here, because you cannot heal relationship trauma without being in a relationship to learn what's healthy and learn, what not to do and what to do and all that sort of stuff. So there's just something about that coming through for you here. Don't tell yourself that you need to be alone to, love yourself and heal yourself, because some certain things can be healed by being with somebody who shows you those things. That if you're struggling with self-worth, sometimes just telling yourself over and over and over again that I am worthy, sometimes that just doesn't hit the mark. But then as soon as someone that you love and respect tells you that they find you worthy, wow, sometimes that can make the biggest difference to your self-worth. And, we don't want to put put our whole self and put all our healing onto somebody else at all. Not at all. We're taking a lot of personal responsibility, of course, but there is certain things that, can be helped, healing that can be helped from a partner and from doing it as a partnership rather than doing it all alone. Okay, and I'm getting that strongly here for you, Sagittarius, especially in the near future, that you kind of feeling like, I've got to do it all by myself. I've got to do it all by myself because it's all me, it's all me, it's all me. But it's not. It's stuff that your partner can help with. Sagittarius, what does Sagittarius need to know in regard to the person on their mind? Pretty much exactly everything I've just said. Firstly, we have the Clover, Sagittarius. That's your card, okay? Jumping in the deep end, taking a chance, investing in the work needed. We have the Mountain coming through next. So you're investing in doing the work, doing your work, doing your shadow work, doing the healing, doing the growth, all that sort of stuff. Not just for yourself, for the relationship, for the partnership. You're invested in doing the work. You're determined, you're perseverant to overcome any obstacle that, holds you back, any blockage that you still have, again, in between you and this relationship being healthy and beautiful the way that you want it to be. So, you're investing in doing the work, and it's okay to take that risk. It's a risk worth taking. Is what that's sort of saying. We do see the flowers there as well, giving and receiving. So we do see the partnership thing once again, where you're giving this protection, making this person feel treasured, and they're doing the same right back to you. Giving your time, your love, your energy to the relationship means that you will receive this person's time, love, energy for the relationship. Okay, so it's kind of very. That's what we're seeing. that's what we're getting. It's a very, that's pretty much exactly what it wants to say to you today, Sagittarius. So I know that was a little bit of a deeper spectrum kind of delve there for you, but that's what's coming through. You are more than welcome to check out your other placements or cross-watch your person's placements as well. But we will move on over to our Capricorns. Okay. Capricorn, Capricorn and the person on your mind. Person on Capricorn's mind. What's going on with this connection for Capricorn and the person on your mind? And the future energy of this connection. Okay, Capricorn, interesting. We're seeing new love coming through for you. Embrace an opportunity for love in your work prospects or for spiritual growth. So I do feel like for some of you, because we're asking about a specific person, this may be talking about, new aspect of love between the two of you, like a new collaboration to the partnership in some sense. I will just clarify that, whether this is a brand new person or if is this a brand new person for Capricorn, or is this the person directly on Capricorn's mind? It seems like it's actually a brand new person, Capricorn. So there you go. This is in the present energy, Capricorn. So some of you may have a specific person on your mind, but we may actually be meeting somebody new and in getting involved with somebody new altogether with our love life. Interesting. So it's kind of talking about, yes, that might be the person on your mind, but it won't be for long. There's a new love coming in for you. But it's also telling us in the future energy, slow down. Okay, so it's taking it slow as well. Pause and allow things to unfold. So I do feel like for a lot of you here, Capricorn, because you're kind of, this new love is in combat with someone on your mind, that's probably why we're needing to slow down, because there is still someone on our mind that we need to make sure we're releasing that, and we're not, I kind of feel like we're not putting that onto this new person as well. Like, we're not expecting this new person to act like the person on our mind, because they're two different people. So I feel like that's why we're just sort of needing to slow down and just allow it to unfold how it will, and don't sort of rush on into it, and don't put expectations on it. You know, which I kind of really hate saying to you here, Capricorn, because, you know, moving into 2026, it's kind of telling me here, Capricorn's energy is kind of saying, you know, situationships are not something I'm going to put up with anymore. You know, it's all or nothing kind of energy coming through for you here, Capricorn, that I'm done with the situationships. I'm ready for, you know, the thing, you know, the big thing. I don't want these little silly situationships that go nowhere. But I feel like this will be different, Capricorn, and that's why we're just needing to, once again, not put that expectation onto this. But I just feel like Capricorn's energy is like, 2026, we're not doing that anymore. Capricorn and the person on your mind. What does Capricorn need to know in regard to the person on your mind, please? Capricorn, front and center. We have your card, Capricorn. So I do feel like for a lot of you, this is, you are blocked. You have this blockage of this past person in your energy, this on your mind. You know, this is someone else on that isn't actually on your mind yet. But here they are, gentlemanly. Okay, regardless of gender. Okay, this person is presenting as, you know, doing things a little bit more traditionally. They're very logical and rational, so it may take a little bit of time for the emotion to sort of catch up, or be presented to you, is the way I feel like that. It's very professional kind of energy I've got coming through. You know, that is the Capricorn card, so it may even be another Capricorn for some of you here. But we do see there is long-term potential here, Capricorn, with the lily. You know, it's kind of like this energy of, once this masculine energy, which I feel like this person is, you know, they're going to be very protective of this connection. They're going to be, you know, very, very traditional. Maybe someone that doesn't show their emotions so much. They're more of a, you know, professional face, so to speak, as you get to know them. But then the more that they open up and show you their vulnerable side, the intimacy is like next level between you and this person. That is one of the sex cards. Okay, so it's the love versus the physical stuff. It's the making love rather than just having sex card. So it's very, there's like a strong emotional connection. But it feels like it's just, once again, you got to take it slow with this person. I'm getting like, you know, we do have the Capricorn card, and with that slow energy there, it could be a Taurus as well. I do just feel that slow earth energy coming through there, which, you know, everyone says Capricorn is a slower energy, but I don't agree. But maybe that's just because I've got so much fire in my chart that takes over the earth element. But, you know, there is long-term potential here. This is someone that you can sort of see yourself settling down with. And I do feel as though with that masculine energy, this person is actually like, because it's presenting as such a, you know, a businessman type energy, I feel like this person is actually like, in the material world, they're a level up to what you're used to. So even for an example, right? Because it feels like money related, to be honest. That if for example, that, you know, you your last partner made 100,000 a year, this person's going to make like 200,000 or 500,000. Even if your last partner was a multi-millionaire, this person is like a multi-billionaire. So it's like a material level up to what you've experienced before. This person, like, And that's why I suppose maybe I'm getting a lot of Taurus vibes here as well, because it's like they really enjoy the quality of life. I'm really getting this traditional, quality energy coming through with this person, very professional, doing things the right way, taking you on the fancy dates and, whatever that is, and once again, regardless of gender too, because I know that I'm speaking to a couple of male Capricorns here as well, but this person, it's like that level up that you've not experienced before, that this, if this is a woman in your example, that, they take care of themselves and they don't scrimp, they've got nice designer clothing and they're not gold digger about it. Do you know what I mean? It's not like that. It's very traditional. They can make their own way in the world. They're very independent and solid in their own self, in that sort of a sense. I think it's actually a really good match for you too, Capricorn, in that sense that it's very equal. It does feel equal to you, but it's actually a level up to your past, because obviously you've been with somebody that didn't match you in some way, whether it be in the material or the emotional side of things. Whereas once you get to know this person a little bit more, they really do match you equally, okay, on all the areas. So if you have, I suppose because I'm a Capricorn, the best examples I can give you are from my own self, right? That, I'm not going to lie, majority of the people I have dated have been, on a material level, somewhat maybe lower than myself. I've dated some bums, okay, not going to lie. We all have a past. But like, for example, here, the most recent partner I've had, I was the one that drove. My last two partners, actually, I was the one that drove and they didn't have a car. So that just in that one little thing, you can kind of see what I mean. So this person, it's not they would have a car, and do you know what? It's probably a really nice car too. It's probably nicer than your car, Capricorn. Which interesting. So it's just a big level up. But for some of you, I do feel like for majority of you, it's a materialistic kind of real world thing that we're looking at here, like the example of a car or, a really nice house or whatever that is. But there you go. Very interesting. I will just grab, because we did start off picking up that past energy, I'm just going to ask, I'm just going to grab two cards in regard to that, because it's just sitting there niggling. Capricorn and the person on their mind that is not the new person, please. Oh, no wonder they're still on your mind, Capricorn. Because we do have the cross and the stork coming through. So the past person probably is like an Aries or a fire energy here. There was a very strong sense of fate or destiny attached to yourself and that person. But there was also a lot of burden, Capricorn. You maybe felt burdened because they were not your equal in some way. And the stork energy there, it's like they had very, very different ideas. Very, you stirred each other up a lot, I think, because your ideas were so vastly different. And you're someone who you just want to, keep moving. Whereas this person they stirred things up and tried to swirl things into like a tornado. Whereas you were just like, I'm going to stir things up just so I can get going. I don't want to stop in this tornado. I just want to, use that to propel me forward. Some of you may even, there may be one of you who's pregnant to that past person, and that's why they're so heavily on your mind. That is the pregnancy card, and so maybe that's why we're seeing a lot of burden or responsibility connected to that past person. Maybe there was a pregnancy or is a pregnancy between the two of you and that past person there. But I'm not... Does that actually... The future of the past person here, please. Future of Capricorn and that past energy. We see that the crossroads. So it's kind of like you've got a choice to make here, Capricorn. That is the card of free will, and it's kind of fighting the destiny here. So with that past person there, it's like fate and destiny fighting against free will and choices being made that, you know, I still feel like this new energy, it's the one that's coming out most prominently, and it shows us that, the long-term energy is there. It once again, it's a choice. You may have a choice to make here, Capricorn, between the two. But there is someone else on the way in. Definitely check out your other placements if you want a little bit more info about all that, or cross-watch the person's placements and see what that comes through with as well. And we will move on over to our Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius and the person on your mind. Aquarius and the person on your mind. And the future of this connection. Okay, so the current energy here, we see rest and relaxation is essential. So some of you may actually be taking a little bit of a break from this person's energy, to be honest, like focusing on yourself for a little bit here, the need to, rest and recuperate yourself in some kind of a way. We all have a fundamental need to take a break. So yeah, some of you definitely may be taking a break, from this connection. Even if you're still around this person 24/7, you may just be sort of taking a little bit of a back seat at the moment and taking a bit of a break mentally. Checked out a little bit at the moment. Not going to lie. The future energy we see here, though, is be supportive. So when it really matters, you're there. But, you may just need to sort of step back a little bit right now for yourself, just to, rebuild your energy in some kind of way for this connection, so that you can be supportive in the future here. Make a genuine effort to show them that you care. So, in the near future, you do need to, it's kind of like, it does kind of feel like, you're needing this restful period. Pardon me. You're currently like needing this restful period, but this person kind of picks up on that and kind of goes, Aquarius, you don't even care. You're checked out. And then you need to step up and be supportive and show them that you genuinely do care. So it's kind of like, I can kind of get Aquarius here kind of going, oh, geez, can't I catch a break? Every time I just try to take a break, I like, you call me out and I've got to pick up and run off and make you remember that I do care. I'm just chill out. Give me a break for a second. Aquarius and the person on your mind. What's going on for Aquarius and the person on your mind? Yeah, see, just like the moon, right? We're in that, it's the moon phase we're in at the moment. We're on the way through down to the new moon phase where you cannot see the moon, right? So you're just kind of on that come down, trying to just hide away a little bit, and that's just your intuition, just part of the phase that you're in at the moment, this cycle that you're in with the moon. Just kind of, you're just wanting rest and to just chill and just roll with the tide, rather than feel like you have to, crash those waves and bring the tides in really quick, like, and that you have to shine so brightly like a full moon. No, you're kind of going down, dimming down, needing that restful period at the minute. There's a bit of an emotion. There may be some emotions going on for you at the moment where, something else may be going on for you where you've just been a little bit emotional and or not even emotional, but sensitive, I think, more than anything. It's not that you're just sort of on a hair trigger at the moment, walking on eggshells a little bit with your own emotions. So that's why you're feeling the need to rest and relax. But we do also see here, we've got the book and then the scythe. So the scythe is like a very interesting energy here, because it is a breaking free, a cutting something loose kind of energy so that we can embrace the change that we need. It's kind of just like a cut it out kind of energy here. But with the books here, it's very, the books can talk about like a mystery or something unknown, like the next chapter. Um, I feel like there's an energy here of like needing to cut your expectations of what the next chapter brings here, and understand that there may be a little bit of mystery involved in the next chapter for you here, Aquarius. But it's also, learning and educating yourself, researching a little bit here. Why am I feeling so exhausted and so emotionally, you know, on this hair trigger where I'm having to be really careful of, of because it's like an emotional exhaustion at the moment, and it feels like you're trying to learn why, like, because I don't feel like you can even put your finger on it at the moment, Aquarius. It's just something going on for you, where you do just feel a little bit emotionally exhausted here, and you're needing to re-energize yourself. And so you are trying to educate yourself a little bit more on why that may be for your personal situation, and researching how you can cut that out kind of thing, and how you can bypass that, I think, a little bit for some of you here. Um, it is kind of telling me here that the more that you throw yourself into educational pursuit at the moment, Aquarius, the better it is actually going to be for you. For some of you, you may actually be cutting out a specific education that you are currently undertaking. So it's kind of like, because I am picking up very clearly here for someone, it's like the emotional exhaustion, you don't even realize it's because you're still at school. Like, I don't know, what cycle everyone else in the world is, when it comes to schooling. But for those of you, there may be some younger, college age people watching, or someone who's at college or university or something along those lines. And you've just been hitting the books a little bit harder than you realized. It's the end of year, you've been doing tests or whatever it is. You've been trying to, learn as much as you can before the year ends, and you have to go on Christmas break. And it's kind of like you need to take a break from the learning for whoever that is. Some of you may be going, doing some sort of training or trying to learn more about something at the moment, and you need a break from that, to be honest. And some break is better than a holiday, they say sometimes. And you just need to pay attention to your body a little bit more, and take that rest that you actually need, and make sure you let your person know, though, because they seem to immediately take that as you're not being supportive, you don't even care. So make sure you do let them know about that, and then you can avoid that call out kind of energy there, Aquarius. But that's what we're seeing for you today. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Subscribe, and we will move to Pisces. Pisces, how are we today, Pisces? Just looking at the person on your mind. Pisces and the person on your mind. What's going on for Pisces and the person on your mind, please? And the future of this connection. So the current energy, Pisces, embrace your emotions. Allow your feelings to surface and be accepted. Okay, so relying on this person's support at the moment, Pisces, it's allowing them to see the softer, more vulnerable side of yourself, and to understand that, do you know what, I'm a Pisces, and it's okay to have emotions. I am human after all. There's certain Pisces, a couple of my Pisces friends are very, I try not to be emotional. They really try to not, they're like, emotions, ew. But then a lot of other Pisces I know are, very highly emotional. It's just the way that we, that's a personal kind of thing. As a generalization, Pisces, you guys are supposedly, stereotypically very emotional. So it's time to embrace those emotions and allow them to flow, and I feel like for a lot of you, it's allowing your partner or the person on your mind to see those emotions so that they can understand you a little bit more. Because when we care about somebody, think about if a situation was reversed. If they felt certain emotions, you would want them to tell you so that you could support them and care for them through those emotions or whatever. They want to do that for you too, Pisces. So sometimes we have to allow those emotions out and tell yourself it's for the other person's sake, just so that they can, they want to support me, so I'll let them know, and I'll let them support me then for their sake. But it actually works out. You need their support anyway, Pisces. You just don't want to tell yourself that you do. Okay, so let those emotions out a little bit more. Embrace them. The future energy we have here, miracles and blessings. Everything has its gift. So once again, it's kind of referring directly back to that this is a gift that you're giving this person. You're trusting them with those emotions, and they actually are receiving that as a gift. They're not seeing it as, oh, Pisces is so emotional. Why is Pisces upset about this or whatever you're worried about? No, they're seeing it as I feel so special that Pisces allowed me to see that emotion. I feel so special that Pisces trusts me to help support them through that emotion and help them, see that within themselves and whatever it is. They actually take that as a blessing, as a gift, because it's a closeness that you're gifting them. Okay, so I'm calling someone out here that you really don't want to share your emotions with this person, but that's why you need to sort of think about it from that perspective, Pisces, that to this person, seeing your emotions is actually a gift. You don't have to spend any money on Christmas now. You just give them some emotion. Pisces and the person on your mind. Pisces and the person on your mind. Look at that. We have the dog. There's so much support and understanding and compassion there. There's a loyalty to you, Pisces, and this person wants to be that person that you can trust and know that they will have compassion and understanding and that they are loyal to you, Pisces. We see the key. Open up your heart and it will open up new opportunities for you. All right. We also have the whip, which I feel like this is like an opportunity to learn how to deal with the tension within yourself, to learn how to deal with these the conflicted energy within, the beating yourself up, the feeling guilty and all that sort of stuff, Pisces. This actually is the key for you to find success in dealing with that drama, in dealing with those arguments that you're fearful of, everything that you're afraid of here, the punishment for having feelings. For someone there, you're afraid to have feelings because, maybe when you were a child, you were punished for emotion. But this person is not your parents. If that's you, okay. Opening up to this person allows you to actually open up to learn to successfully navigate that conflict within yourself and stop punishing yourself. Stop allowing emotions to, keep you in this state of tension and conflicted energy within yourself, Pisces. So there's a reason here, all right, and it's going to work in your favor. This person just wants to be there for you, Pisces. You're more than welcome to, I would suggest maybe if you're interested, Pisces, maybe check out your person's placement and see what's going on from their end of things as well. Okay, make sure you do subscribe, and we will move on over to our Aries. Okay, Aries and the person on your mind. Aries and the person on your mind. What's going on for Aries with the person on your mind? And the future of this connection. Oh, nearly called you Pisces. Some of you may be on the cusp. We do have the present energy. Love makes the difference. Okay. And that is actually like a ship I know it's hard to sort of tell because it's like it's all blended up with a, a, a woman in the waves and but it is like a ship. I can see the sails and there's a lot going on in this picture, but it's the ship in the lenormand is like things moving really fast and it's like an adventure starting, and this says love makes the difference, so it's like coming in with love makes the difference here. Love helps heal past hurts and provides a sense of security and self-worth. Okay, so I feel like coming in with love, you're rectifying any drama, any issues between yourself and this person. That, I feel like for a lot of you, there's some insecurities and self-worth, whether that's on your end or theirs. But if you're both coming towards the situation and agreeing to this being a journey of love and understanding, love makes the difference. Love makes the self-worth stuff, float away and disappear and not be a drama anymore. And we can focus on the love and the happiness. Because the future energy, Aries, I love you. We have the I love you card. These are powerful words. So look at that. Love makes a difference. And, maybe you're speeding on in telling somebody I love you. I actually had that. That was actually kind of the message in our last love reading, was Aries, a big declaration of love. It's very much the same sort of energy here. Aries and the person on your mind. From memory, Aries, you were pretty much one of the only signs in that last love reading that we did pick up on another person. All right, so that's actually why I'm doing this reading today, to get a little bit more specific on the actual person. But you guys I did pick up on a person for you. You may want to check out your moon sign or your Venus sign as well, or cross-watch the person's sign. Aries and the person on your mind. Declaration energy again, yeah? We've got Sagittarius and Capricorn coming through here as well. I've got the Clover coming through. Take a chance, invest. Jump in the deep end with this person. Take a chance on this person. Invest in this person. Invest in playful energy, okay, as well. We have the child here. For some of you, there may be a child in the mix with this connection as well. And there's a need for you to maybe show that you're invested in the child as well as this person, if that makes sense for someone. Because, I feel like whoever this message is for, it's someone very specific, that the person that you have on your mind, they have a child, and you're needing to maybe take a chance to invest in the actual child, because this person, they feel as though that is a blockage between the two of you. We have the mountain here as well. So that may be a blockage in between the two of you. And if you show them that you're willing to put in the work to overcome that blockage, or that obstacle of the fact that there is another person in the mix, children are actual, they're important. So especially when it comes to the dynamics of potential future relationships here, like even if it's not important right here, right now, it will be important at some point. So it pays to invest in showing that you're at least willing to do the work to invest in that relationship with that child as well. All right, so just keep that in mind for someone there. But we do see, a brand new beginning with this relationship kind of thing here too. And it's all, once again, that ship energy of adventure, the adventurous spirit, being very playful and fun with each other, and bringing that, innocence into the connection, that fun, this could actually be amazing kind of vibrancy into the connection. And it will really help you tackle any obstacles or blockages. And you need to do, invest and take a chance on showing this person that you're willing to do the work to, look, love makes the difference, yes, but I'm willing to come through and do the work as well You know, love makes all the difference here, and I love you, and I love you enough to, you know, climb these mountains with you, get through these obstacles or blockages with you. All right, so pretty strong message there, Aries, but that's what we have for you. You're more than welcome to check out those other placements. Definitely subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to Taurus. Okay, Taurus and the person on your mind. What's going on for Taurus and the person on your mind? And one for the future of this connection. Okay, so the present energy, we have forgiveness. Okay, Taurus. Sorry if you can hear that car in the background. I'll just pause for a moment. It's a very loud one. Okay, that card does say nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. Okay, so the forgiveness energy coming through for the present of this. So is this, I do feel that for a lot of you, this has got to do more so with you yourself and forgiving yourself for, you know, it feels tied in with self-worth stuff, to be honest, Taurus, that you're needing to forgive yourself for not always feeling like you're fully deserving of this person, and those sorts of feelings coming through. But there may be the need to, you know, for forgiveness just in general between you and your person for something specific as well. But the future energy we have is love makes the difference. Okay, love helps heal past hurts and provides a sense of security and self-worth. So obviously that's where I was picking up on that self-worth thing, that, you know, some of you here needing to forgive yourself for any feelings of insecurity or trouble with your self-worth and things like that. You know, the love makes the difference though, okay? Knowing that this person loves you and that you love them does help make the difference, all right? But we'll have a look here with the lenormand as well, Taurus. Taurus and the person on your mind. What's going on for Taurus and the person on your mind? So we do see vulnerability coming up a little bit first here with the emotional sensitivity of the lily coming through. That is a long-term energy as well, though. So it does sort of let us know that this person and yourself, there's a lot of long-term potential here between yourself and this person. I do feel for a lot of you, it's needing to open up and be a little bit more emotionally intimate, you know, with each other, and, you know, find that dependency and security within each other. We have the anchor here as well. So rather than the emotional vulnerability stuff weighing you down, allow it to actually strengthen you and this relationship, and know that, you know, you can rely on this person to support you and be there for you and have compassion towards you for those emotions and things like that. But there's a lot of destiny here. We have the cross coming through as well, that this person wants to support you. They want you to be able to depend on them. And, you know, there is a strong spiritual connection here between yourself and this person, strong sense of destiny, fate, you know, between yourself and this person as well. All right. So love makes the difference, and so does forgiveness in your case, Taurus. So that's what we're seeing for you. You are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Definitely subscribe to the channel, and we will move on over to our Geminis. Okay, Gemini, what's going on for Gemini and the person on your mind? Gemini and the person on your mind. And the future of this connection. Okay, so the current energy here, simple acts of kindness coming through here, Gemini. Kindness energizes you and brings happiness to those around you. So there is the need to, you know, show some kindness towards this person or this connection, you know, and just in the little things, the simplest little kindnesses that you can show to this person. You do see the figure here with all the animals around them, so it could even just be something that you're showing your kindness to others or to animals, and that this person, for some reason it really strengthens the connection between yourself and this person, because they see that, and they just know that, okay, Gemini really does care deep down. There is that softness within them. I feel like it just needs to be shown a little bit more through those small acts of kindness. Okay. Just little things too, like what would be a kind way to wake this person up this morning. I'll bring them their coffee. I'll save them having to make their coffee. I'll do that small little thing that I know that they hate doing, like the dishes or whatever that is, in your situation. The future energy here, honesty is essential. Okay, speak with love and truth. So there is the need to, for some of you, have a conversation, a very truthful, honest conversation with this person. But for others of you, it's all about speaking your truth and just not hiding that truth from this person, and trusting them enough to be honest with them and truthful with them about what's going on for you. I do feel as though that's, talking about being honest about your feelings towards this person, or, what's going on for you emotionally at the moment. Like if you're struggling, let them know that you're struggling, that kind of thing. Gemini, what's going on for Gemini and the person on your mind? For some of you, I am picking up too that you may be struggling at the moment, and you may actually be able to ask this person for their kindness to be shown to you, and your honesty with them is essential. That, look, I'm being honest, this is how I'm feeling right now, this is what I need from you right now, can you please show me the kindness of helping me or supporting me, or whatever that is for you, especially here with the moon and the clouds coming through first. So we do see a lot of emotional sensitivities at the surface of your mind with this energy. Okay, so it's kind of like you're overthinking your emotions, and you're overthinking the sensitivities of your emotions, if this makes sense. It's very close to your mind at the moment. It's like all the emotions that are building within you, they're swirling through your mind 24/7, and you're really kind of getting stuck in an emotional loop, because it's infiltrating your thoughts as well as your heart space, so it's kind of taking over a little bit here, with the emotions going on. Trusting your intuition to, help remove any doubt and anxiety as well. Once again, which is that honesty to help clear that overthinking and clear the anxiety and the confusion that your emotions are creating. A lot of mental confusion. It's like a mental fog coming through for you here. We do see the woman as well, which does sort of show us that, for those of you who do date women and the person on your mind is a woman, it's kind of being open and honest about your thoughts and your feelings to this person. All right. But for others of you, if you yourself are a feminine, it could also be, showing those simple acts of kindness to yourself in this connection, in order to help, nurture those emotions in a sweet, caring way, where you're not overthinking them and trying to over rationalize them. You're just accepting them and allowing them to exist, kind of thing. You're dealing with them in a more feminine way, where you're not allowing them to, cause chaos. You're just accepting them, because the feminine energy, a lot of the time it's very interesting, right? Because women are seen as, oh, they're the emotional ones, and they always act out of emotion and things like that. But when it comes to actual controlling emotions and understanding and accepting that we have emotions, no offense to all the men out there, but women generally are a lot better at that, and have a lot more strength in dealing with emotion, because they do it more, basically. I'm not saying that this is every single woman, every single man, not at all. But, just stereotypically, women deal with the emotions more, and they accept those emotions more, rather than, a lot of the masculine energy tries to push those emotions down and pretend like, I don't have feelings. Feelings? What are that? So women definitely know how to nurture those feelings, to stop and to control them, to stop them, leading into this overthinking and this confusion and anxiety that does come up from the emotion there. So, underneath that there is the tree as well. So there is a little bit of healing needing to happen here, healing and growth when it comes to our emotional self. Okay, so maybe look to those strong women in your life that you see them being able to handle their emotions differently. Ask for help. Be honest. Ask for those people to help you right now. That maybe all that you need. Okay, Gemini. But that's what we have for you. You are more than welcome to check your other placements. Definitely subscribe, and we'll move on to Cancer. Cancer and the person on your mind. What's going on for Cancer and the person on your mind? And the future energy here. Okay, so Cancer, the current energy we see for you, have patience. Love is patient and kind, always. So there is the need to wait. Hold on, wait. Be patient. Maybe it's being patient with this person. Maybe we're just needing to allow them some time. Maybe we're needing to be patient with ourselves. Interesting. But the future energy, take a chance on love. When we love, our lives are changed forever. So be patient with yourself, that maybe you can't jump into that immediately, but it is there in the future that you will take a chance on love, but maybe you need to be a little bit more patient with yourself on when you're able to take a chance on love and building up to that. Patience gives us an opportunity to build up and store up some energy and resources and whatnot in order to take those leaps of faith into things like love. So maybe that's what's going on for you and your person right now. Cancer and your person. Cancer and the person on your mind. What's going on for Cancer and the person on your mind? It's interesting because what you are having patience for is this home. Home is where the heart is, right? Stability and security in love with this person. It's like you're slowly building. You're building. You're patiently building. That I'm hearing the phrase Rome isn't built in a day, but it's saying a home isn't built in a day. Okay, so and home, this person, it's not built in a day. You can't just sort of jump on in and be happy families. That we do have some issues to deal with on the way through, because you here are very stressed about the past. We have the mice and the clouds coming through here. So there's something from the past that is overtaking your thoughts a little bit here, stressing you out, and that's maybe why we're needing to have patience here in order to build that home with this person. To allow them to feel like home to you. You're taking a chance on love, yes, but you're doing it in a very slow, measured way, where we're making sure that we are dealing with the fear from the past, okay? Because with that mice card there, it's like you've had so much taken from you in the past when it comes to love and family. I do feel like, and family for a lot of you here, that it's that feeling of like I had my family ripped apart kind of thing, whether that was your blood family or a past love energy that was your home. You thought that was your home kind of thing. So your thoughts create anxieties and fear about, the past is going to repeat itself. This happened in the past, so this might happen again. So you're needing to allow yourself some time to really, before you're ready to jump out of your comfort zone and, take a chance on love here. The house is your comfort zone, I feel, for a lot of you here. But in the same token, this is what you want as well. So it's quite interesting that you do need to just have patience with yourself, I feel, Cancer, and just a slow build kind of energy. That home isn't built in a day, all right? So That's the message we have for you. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements or cross-watch your person's placements as well. And we will move on over to our Leos. Okay, Leo and the person on your mind. Leo and the person on your mind. And the future energy of this, oh my gosh, I love this already for you, Leo. The current energy we have is I love you. Okay, these are powerful words. Don't forget to say them, Leo. I feel like some of you forget sometimes to verbalize that, oh, I do love you and I do care about you. It's just like, and I am grateful for you. You know, I do treasure this connection. I just feel like there is just that message of a couple of you, you know, just forgetting about that sometimes, that your person needs to hear it just as much as you do. All right. But the future energy we have here, the only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus back to love. All right. So once again, like I was sort of picking up there with that I love you energy, that some of you just kind of forget to remind your person that I love you, and you are needing to shift the focus back to the love a little bit, rather than getting caught up on the details or the material, or the little silly arguments and all that sort of stuff. Leo and the person on your mind. Leo and the person on your mind. Yeah, once again, we're seeing that refocus energy come through again. Firstly, though, we do have the dog coming through. So there is a strong base in this connection where we just get along. This person, not only are they my person when it comes to romantic love, but they're like my best friend as well. They're the person I choose to walk through life with. I have so much loyalty and understanding and support for this person, and they have it for me too. There's a lot of loyalty and devotion coming through from that dog energy. It's like, we're deep down, we're best friends as well as lovers, that kind of energy. We do have the crossroads coming through next, followed by the star, Leo. So it's making a conscious choice to choose to focus on our love and our goals together, and making a conscious choice or decision to really focus on what we do wish for with this connection, and the goals and the aspirations and our dreams for this connection, and to really focus back in on the hope and optimism that we share for this connection. Okay, so once again, they're focusing back in on the actual love, rather than getting swept up in the the silly little day-to-day stuff, Leo. All right, so that's what we see for you. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Definitely subscribe to the channel, and I will move on over to our Virgos. Okay, Virgo and the person on your mind. What's going on for our Virgos and the person on your mind? And the near future here. Okay, so the present energy we have is act as if your partner is here. So I do feel some of you, Virgo, here, obviously single at the moment. You may not have a specific person on your mind. You may just have an idea of a type of person that you're wanting, or something along those lines. But it does say, whether you have someone in your life or not, act as if they are with you, so you will always consider them and their feelings, I feel. So it's like, no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, act as though your partner is there to witness that. Okay, so that you're always considering them and their feelings, of what you're doing or saying or whatever. All right, so there's a need to embrace that a little bit, like, because I do just feel here, Virgo, like some of you are talking out of turn. You may be talking about your partner in a way that they may not be happy with if they were with you. I'm just picking up on that. Okay, so that's obviously not all of you. So you just need to sort of act as though they're always with you. Act as though your partner is right here beside you, comforting you and all that sort of stuff as well. That even if you're at work going through a hard day, just act as though your partner is with you and imagine how they would, what would they be telling you to do, and how would they be supporting you through this hard workday kind of energy. Just the little things like that. Sometimes it makes a big difference as well to, imagine that your number one fan is right there with you going, woo, go Virgo, go Virgo. In the near future, though, we do see express love through gifts. So, Virgo, do not forget to buy this person a Christmas gift this year. Okay? A small token of love can convey great appreciation. It doesn't even need to be an expensive gift. It says express love through gifts. It doesn't say express love through money. Okay, a gift from your heart, Virgo. That could just be, look, I saw this and I thought of you. I made this for you. I wrote you this beautiful card because I love you. So expressing yourself through physical, not even gifts, but physical, because sometimes sometimes it's nice to have proof of somebody's devotion to you and love to you, okay? It doesn't mean that we necessarily always want, these big luxurious gifts. Sometimes all it takes is that little post-it note that says, oh, don't ever forget that I love you. And that could mean the world to somebody, that, oh, look, I don't know why it makes such a difference, but sometimes a physical proof representation of that love it is a huge thing for some people, especially, everyone has different, and receiving gifts is definitely one of the love languages, all right? Giving and receiving gifts is definitely a love language, okay? I just feel like for someone here, it's like, yeah, you say all the nice things, Virgo, but where's the proof? I want the actions that prove that you're thinking about me, that prove that, oh, you were at the shop and you saw something and it reminded you of me. So, where's the proof of that? That kind of thing. There's just this, it's coming through as, I need proof for some reason that Virgo does care. Interesting, Virgo. Virgo and the person on your mind. Virgo and the person on your mind. Some of you write a love letter to them. Interesting. I feel like for some of you, this is telling me who this person is rather than what's going on. So there is a couple of you here where the person on your mind is someone from your past, someone that you lost, or you feel like they were taken from you or something along those lines. I do feel as though there is a couple of you here where that was actually they were physically taken from this earth, and you legitimately have lost that person in this lifetime. So for those of you, I am sorry, but still acting as though that partner is with you, and you can still offer them gifts, spending time with them, or offering them a small gift. In that particular example, it can be as much for you as it is for them. And being someone who has the ability to at times connect with people that have passed, they definitely know. Okay, they know. But that's not all of you, of course, not at all. That is just maybe one or two of you. All right, but I was just picking up on that, so it felt necessary to mention, to reassure you, I think, that you can still love them and you can still express your love to them, and you can still act as though they're right there with you. That is kind of normal, to be honest. We have the home, the woman, and then the mice. Okay, so I'm just going to clarify that because I am just getting that very specific, clear message about that. And then also, for those of you where this is, it's kind of that message of like home is where the heart is, and my heart is no longer with me. Like for some of you, this is an ex, okay, that is on your mind. Can I just clarify this message for Virgo? Virgo and the person on your mind. What's going on in this connection for Virgo and the person on your mind, please? Once again, it's just talking similar messages here. So for some of you, when I've just asked, then we've got the whip, the book, and then the masculine. So some of you are still learning how to live without this person in your life. You're still learning how to deal with the grief and the conflict and the tension and the drama within. Because it's a lot of emotions here, but you're trying to suppress them very heavily. I think a lot of you, Virgo, you're trying to find stability and security in yourself and without this in your life anymore. So I dare say, majority of you are dealing with the person on your mind no longer being in your life. All right, one way or another, this person is no longer in your life. But, we do see here, we have the balance energy, the feminine and the masculine both came out. Yes, we do have, the mice and the whip, which are both, conflict and stress and past energy here, but you're learning and you're focusing on finding security within yourself and stability, and that's what I see with that masculine and feminine is you're learning how to balance out the emotion and the logic. You're learning how to move forward. You're learning how to embrace the next chapter of your life, even if it's unknown to you as of yet. You are still very focused on this person, but you are learning how to embrace the mystery of tomorrow as well, Virgo. So you are getting there, okay? You're doing better than you think you are for a lot of you here. Anything else? I feel the need to continue this a little bit for you, Virgo. Is there any advice for our Virgos, please? Any advice for our Virgos with this message, please? We have the garden and the snake. Okay, so some of you here, there's a Scorpio that you need to spend more time with. You need to meet up with this Scorpio and spend time with this Scorpio. But for others, this is about getting back out there kind of thing. You don't have to start dating again, even though it is my dating card. It's about getting out and about and being more sociable, all right, and not hiding yourself away from the world anymore, Virgo, and getting out there and meeting new people and spending time with friends, going and meeting up with friends at a coffee shop and whatnot, going and doing things like going to museums and libraries and parks and just going for a walk and being out in public, and adjusting to social energy again. For some of you, there may be the need to, social media may be something that you're expressing yourself a little bit more on. The snake does talk about, there's still this betrayal holding you back a little bit here, from the past, whether it's, and the betrayal is that this person is no longer in your life. That's the betrayal. But you're deceiving yourself in the sense that, you're kind of living in this illusion where that you're putting that as more important, and it's stopping you from moving forward into your life and focusing on your life. You're still very muchly focusing on this past life that you had with this person. You need to start following your passion again. Okay, for some of you, this is a one-night stand as well. Not going to lie. Virgo, we always get the snake for you guys because it's sex. Virgo, I know the Virgos out there, especially the masculine Virgos, that is a way that you cope with life in general, is sex. So if that's what you need to do, maybe get your player energy out and take it for a ride again, Virgo. Follow the passion. Follow the passion in life. Find your passion in life again. All right? That's what we have for you, Virgo. I'm sorry if that's not what you wanted to hear. You're more than welcome to check your other placements or cross-watch for your person's placements. If you are a Virgo that is hurt from a loss, you are more than welcome to reach out for a personal reading. They start really cheap, guys. So I can do just a small reading from 20 Australian dollars, which is pretty much half American dollars are like pretty much half of that. So I think it's about $13 American, the prices start at. So kind of really cheap, guys. So you're more than welcome to reach out for a personal reading if you want a little bit of extra, personal checking in on that sort of stuff, especially if you're going through something like that. A lot of people do like that reassurance of knowing that you still have a next chapter, that sort of stuff. But all my info is in the description box, guys, so you're more than welcome to do that. And I will see you all again soon.